First impression, 2023 Goldwing. I like it. I'm sold. If you're in the market for one, have the means, I would suggest it. I guess that's it. You don't need to hear anything else. But I will continue on anyway. We made it.
What do we say? Sometimes you just gotta wing it.
Oh, this one looks nice. This one looks a little different than the... Maybe it's the light. 2023 Goldwing.
Now turn left.
Oh boy. This thing's loud.
Caution, motorway.
DCT, I am not used to this. So, let's see how this goes. Oh, this is kind of weird. This is a little bit weird, a little strange.
Caution, motorway.
He is right though. You do not feel the wind on this thing at all. There's like a little bit of buffeting, but overall,
Follow the road for 8 miles.
you do not feel it. See, I turned the volume down. It's too much. Let's see if I lower the windscreen.
Follow the road for 8 miles.
Oh, geez. Yeah, definitely better with the windscreen up. Cruise control. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, turn signal where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be self-canceling too. And I'm gonna drop the windscreen. Let's see, the mode button. That's supposed to make a big difference on this. You gotta be off the throttle to change it. Now it's in sport. Oh, and it changed. There you go. This DCT thing is a little strange, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It feels extremely light. Like you could just toss it side to side. It definitely does not feel like an 800 plus pound motorcycle that it is. Let's give it a little bit. Woohoo! Yeah, she goes pretty good. You really don't. I go for the clutch. I immediately went for the clutch. That's one thing I think. There's no shifter. Oh, it just feels a little weird. But he is right. You do not feel the wind if you don't want to. I am on the bars, legs tucked in. I have the windscreen raised to its highest position, and I have my visor open, and it's pretty good. You know, I'm wearing a AGV.
Prepare to keep left.
Oh God, how do I shut you up? Wearing an AGV Pista, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. how to shut this thing up. Navi volume, you have to select it separate from audio volume. All right, so that makes, I guess, some sense. But yeah, he's not kidding. It's quite an impressive machine, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. If I was into this kind of a bike, if I was into this big bagger style of bike, having ridden the Road Glide and the Electra Glide, and now riding this would be my choice. This would absolutely be my choice. Econ mode, economy, I'm guessing. You can feel such a difference in the throttle. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't want to downshift. Like, that's pretty cool that you can do that. And you know, a lot of bikes, they have different modes and they really don't do too much. So it's cool to see a bike where you could change modes and there's actually a difference. So here's rain mode. Rain mode feels like it almost takes econ mode a little further, which again is what you'd want. Now we're gonna go back to sport, because let's see what she could do. That's it, pin 110. Oh, come on, that ain't right. I thought they were supposed to go 140. You know, I don't see a cancel button for the cruise control, but if you roll the throttle forward, boom, cruise control's off, and then you can hit resume, and then she picks back up, which is a nice feature. My Aprilia has cruise control, but there is no resume, so every time you shut it off, it's like, okay, now I got to get back up to that speed and figure it out. It's not that precise either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still happy to have it, but that's a cool feature to be able to click it off and hit resume. Oh, here we have Chris taking video of me. I'll get in behind him. I tell you what, I was never so concerned with heated grips. You know, I have heated gear, heated glove liners, all that stuff. But I gotta tell you, the heated seat is nice. And it feels like it wraps a little bit around more than just on your butt, you know? But it's nice and toasty. This heated seat is something I would definitely love to add to some of my bikes. Well, maybe not the Ducatis. They kind of have heat on their own for a different reason, but this heated seat gets a thumbs up for sure. You know, it's a bit of a windy day. There's a storm coming in, and Chris mentioned you don't feel the wind unless you want to. You move your hands out here, you feel the wind. You keep your hands here, you don't feel it. But I also don't really feel any buffeting side to side, crosswinds when I'm passing trucks. Maybe ever so slightly, maybe on the edges of my legs or something, but super stable and confidence inspiring. And it is kind of cool to see the front suspension, the linkages move. It's just a little freaky because you're not used to seeing them actually moving up and down, but it is kind of cool, and you can really see it work. I mean, it's just absorbing the bumps. It's making this ride just so smooth. And coming from the Audi, which has a sport suspension, I can tell you this road is not as smooth as this bike makes it out to be. That's for sure. Right, I want to try giving this manual thing a shot. Let's see. I don't know where the M is. Oh, okay. Let's see. So when the D is gone, hey, look at that. All right, yeah, it's pretty intuitive. I mean, all right, it's very smooth shifting. You hit the button, bang, you're in the next gear. And then I guess to go back to automatic, just there you go, back to automatic. Where she does pretty good there too. Crack the throttle, makes a couple downshifts. This isn't sports, so it's relatively quickly, but Yeah, it's Honda. Nice job with this DCT, I gotta say. Not bad. The wind protection on this bike. I mean, I'm kind of tucked in. We're going 70 now, and I mean, it's not cold today, but I ride in cold. I ride in, you know, below freezing weather, and I can tell you, I think you could do it so easy on this. I'm not even sure you need the heated gear. Obviously, I'd bundle up, but it just does such an excellent job of wind protection, and the center of gravity, you could feel it. You could feel how low it is, how light and nimble this thing is. I mean, as compared to some of the bikes that have big fairings to try to block the wind, they move so much weight up high, whereas this thing is just buttery smooth, beautiful on the bumps, excellent wind protection, all while feeling half the weight that it is. Well, maybe not half the weight, but a whole lot closer to half the weight than the 800 and some odd pounds it's supposed to weigh. This DCT, I've already forgotten about it. It's so seamless. I'm just, yep, this is normal. This is how bikes should be. I'm sure, you know, in a panic situation, I'll go for the clutch just like I did earlier, but yeah, it's taken me 10 miles or so to adjust it. Forget it even has a DCT. Just give it throttle and let it go. That she will do is she will switch modes when you're off the throttle, but the cruise control is on. So that's kind of a cool thing to know, because if, let's say, you're sitting there on cruise control and you're anticipating you're going to do a maneuver like I just had to do on that Tesla that was in the left lane, probably conserving energy, going 55, 60 miles an hour on a 70 mile an hour speed limit, I was able to preemptively put it in sport before giving it the gas and getting around them. So that's good to know. Approaching the New Jersey border, I'm going to wrap up this ride of this 2023 Honda Goldwing. I learned a lot in a short amount of time, and I can definitely down the road at some point see myself on one of these. It's again, Japanese engineering on this thing. It's like 40 years culminated into just a beautiful machine. So I'll leave it at that and continue my ride.